friends, welcome to today's reading, May 2022 Predictions. I'm Carolee, and this is my channel, Clarity with Carolee, where I bring you clarity through life's toughest challenges. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. I have 4 piles for you to choose from pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you'd like to use crystals, I have some crystals there for you, which I'll introduce. But for pile number 1, we have number 11, Opening Heart, Deep Connections, Water Blessings. For pile number 2, we have number 29, Wisdom, Learning, Joy, Art, Music, and the Desert Stone to go with that. And then we have number 33, Building Your World, Creation, Expansion, Networking. And then with that, we have the Honey Calcite. And then pile number 4, number 20, Innovation, New Creations. And the Moonstone with pile number 4. So take a moment, you can pause the video if you'd like. Take a deep breath and select the pile that resonates with you the most. If you're drawn to more than one pile, then you're more than welcome to watch more than one video. And as usual, choose your pile and then click the link in the description box with the timestamp to your reading. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So let's get right into it. You've selected this oracle card number 11, Opening Heart, Deep Connections, Water Blessings. And before we get into the tarot cards, which I've pre-selected here, I can see a lot of you are really needing to focus on renewal, vitality, restoring your vitality, self-care, self-love, self-appreciation with the opening heart here. Deep connections, water blessings, connecting to water, cleansing out your energy. And actually, to go with this whole reading, you also selected the Himalayan salt. So there is a lot of cleansing that you need to do in May. There is a high focus on self-care and taking a step back to really focus on yourself. And by focusing on yourself and focusing on your own healing and your own self-worth and self-confidence, basically your self-concept, your self-esteem, focusing on who it is that the person that you want to present to the world. And it's not so much about like wearing, when I say that, I'm not talking about so much about wearing a mask, but what I'm saying is when you focus on yourself, on the love that you have for yourself and feeling really satisfied in yourself, then the person that you present to the world really shifts and changes. The way people perceive you shifts and changes. And it's not because you have, that you're externally you've changed. It's because you are exuding a different type of energy, because you're more renewed, because you're grounded, because you're feeling satisfied in who you are and where you're at in your life, no matter what's going on in the 3D world. So I'll go into your tarot cards now, and then we'll kind of like weave everything together. So we have the Knight of Stones with the horse in this Wildwood deck, and I love this deck. It's very appropriate for May, very earthy and grounded. So the Knight of Stones is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck. We have 12, the Mirror, so also the Hanged Man. And then we have the 10 of Bows with Responsibility, 10 of Arrows, or 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands. And then we have the Seer, so that's the Magician, number 2, the Major Arcana. And we have number 8, the Stag, which is the Strength card. And then we have the 7 of Arrows with Insecurity here, and that's the 7 of Swords. I get this feeling like you have, okay, so you've planted these seeds. You've been working on something. You have these huge goals, and you've been working on them and working on them and working on them, and you feel really tapped out, or you feel like you've been putting in a lot of effort without anything in return. You haven't reaped the rewards of all of the energy that you've been putting into this goal, into this thing that you want to see grow, whatever that is for you. It could be relationships because of the opening heart deep connections card here. It could be with a romantic relationship, or a partnership of some kind. It could be with a business partnership. It could be even the relationship that you've been working on with yourself. But because of the Knight of Stones, or the Knight of Pentacles at the beginning of the reading, this leads me to believe it's more about your work, or it could be education, school. It could be a business that you've been investing in, and you have been doing a lot of work and taking those baby steps, and you've been really organized and planned. I see you as not somebody who's sort of like fly by the seat of their pants, willy-nilly, kind of of an entrepreneur or leader, or someone in your workings, or in your career or at work. But you are very practical, and maybe for a little while now you've taken a step back with the 12, or the Hanged Man, the mirror here, in order to really take a moment to observe and reflect on what it is that you set out to do on this venture, and what it is where you're at and where you're going, or where you'd like to go. And you're trying to sort of foresee, okay, I've put in this effort, and where am I going wrong? And with the 10 of Bows here and responsibility, it's like some tarot readers will read this card as like, oh my God, you're almost there. You're almost at the finish line. You're going to be rewarded for all of your efforts soon. Like, see this person climbing up this mountain, and there's this encampment there, and really bringing home the bacon. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. You're like bringing home the bacon, and you've worked so hard, and you really want to be recognized for the efforts that you put in. But at the end of the reading, we have the 7 of Arrows, or the 7 of Swords with insecurity. It's like you're feeling as though it's never enough for these people. It could be about family as well. Maybe you've been working really hard to provide for your family and to be the support person for your family, bringing home the bacon, so to speak, and then nobody is appreciating all of these efforts. They're not seeing you. They're not being recognized for the efforts that you're putting in. It could be at work as well. You're not being recognized, or you haven't been recognized for all of the work, all of your efforts, and it's extremely frustrating. But what Spirit is saying here with the Magician, and with the Magician and with the Strength card, is that you are what I'm hearing, and it might not come across in these two cards, but what I'm hearing is that you are so much more valuable than you give yourself credit for. And people do see you, and they do value you, and you bring so much strength and stability to the environment that you're asking about, or the situation that is most on your mind, whether it's work or at home. You are so much more respected and honored and valued than you give yourself credit for. You just don't see it. People don't necessarily communicate that with you, but that is how they actually feel about you. You are the visionary. You are the glue that holds this environment together. You have so much strength inside of you. But what Spirit is telling you is that you need to also take time for yourself. You have to take time to take care of your own needs and value yourself. And I think that's what May is all about. May for you is about nourishing yourself, taking time out for yourself, cleansing your energetic space. It could be your environment, cleansing your environment, doing some sage clearing, some sage cleansing, energy clearing in your home. I see for a lot of you, this could literally mean spring cleaning, doing a huge spring clean, get rid of clutter, get rid of things that visually kind of distract you in your home. But for a lot of you, I'm seeing like take a spa day. Really focus on renewing your energies and however you like to do that. So take a spa day, take a mini vacation, spend some time near the water with the opening heart, deep connections, water blessings here, meditating by water on the beach. Some of you might, if you're not, if you like taking baths, and take more baths, doing some, I'm trying to think of what they're called. I would even say doing something that might signify a renewal in your life or a rebirth. So some sort of a birthing ceremony would be really beneficial, especially when you're using a body of water to do it, like a baptism, so to speak. That would be really beneficial for some of you. But really connecting with your heart, connecting with who you are, your inner being as a being, as an entity in this world, as an energetic entity, as somebody filled with light and love and harmony, bringing yourself back into harmony with yourself. And when you do that, when you pause and reflect on who you are and how far you've, like this could even be with the Knight of Stones here, Knight of Pentacles, and the mirror coming right after it. It's like pausing for reflection on how far you have actually come. Sometimes we forget. It's easy to forget, when we're working on our goals and we've come so far, but we're not there yet, or we perceive that we're not quite satisfied with where we're at yet, or we're at the midway point. I'm seeing this, that could be here with the 10 of Bows. You're at the midway point between the beginning of your journey and the end, and you're so frustrated that you're not there yet. But what Spirit is telling you to do is take some time to reflect on how far you actually have come, how amazing you are. Think about who you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and look at your journey thus far. How amazing are you? Look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've learned. Look at, just your journey. And then as you're reflecting on your journey and how great you are and how amazing the experience has been and how much you've learned and grown and the people that you've met along the way, like just revel in the beauty of the experiences that you've had so far. And then once you come to that place of really feeling like, wow, I'm not who I used to be. I've worked my butt off. I've come so much further than I give myself credit for. Once you start to give yourself some credit, then you're going to be able to tap into your magical powers. Then you're going to be able to tap into your creative energy, into really starting to manifest the outcome that you are looking for, that you're not seeing right now. But a big part of manifestation that not a lot of manifesting teachers talk about, Abraham Hicks talks about it, is looking at what you've already manifested. And so in layman's terms, even if you weren't intentionally manifesting where you are right now, you were at a point in your journey 5, 10 years ago, 6 months ago, where you weren't happy with where you were at. And so you started to put the balls in motion. You started taking baby steps towards the life and the relationships and the connections and whatever that you wanted to have. You started making those subtle changes, baby steps, one step at a time. And and you've gotten to where you are today, this midway point, and that is a part of the manifesting journey. You've manifested the successes that you've made up until this point where you are right now. And when you can start to give yourself credit for that and really see how all of those experiences have tied into who you are right now and have given you the skill sets and knowledge and awareness that you have, those things are a part of your bag of tools that you can now use in order to finish your journey. All of these negative, quote unquote, negative experiences that you've had that have created so much resistance within you have actually given you a lot of strength and power and resilience that you never had before. That's really amazing. And it's going to carry you even further, and you just can't see it. What is Spirit can also be saying with the Seven of Arrows here and insecurity, because the Seven of Arrows or the Seven of Swords can also be like something hidden or maybe betrayal. But a lot of the times I find, especially at the end of the reading, it's like it's something hidden, something Spirit doesn't want you to know yet that's coming into your life in May, but that you have gained all the necessary tools and skills and power within you in order to either face what's coming or this like really cool surprise that's coming from the universe, that the universe or your spirit guides don't want you to know yet, that you can't see yet, and there's a reason why you can't see it, and the reason why Spirit doesn't want to tell you what is happening yet in May, but it could be a really big surprise. I think what the important part really is that you're at this midway point on your journey. And like even the number 11 here, your manifestations are coming to fruition. Look at the water blessings, like manifestations, connections, especially connecting with yourself. But your manifestations are coming to fruition. You just can't necessarily see it yet. And there's a reason why you're not supposed to see it right now. But so what Spirit is really saying is take some time, focus on joy, focus on reflecting and rejuvenating your energetic space, the space around your home, your car, and your body. Focus on, keep taking those baby steps. Do what you can, and the universe will take care of the rest. But it's more important right now for you to embody your true sense of self. Feel it. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza says. Find the frequency of the goal that you want to reach. What's the frequency of the success that you're trying to attain? The end result, the things that you've been working on manifesting. What is that frequency? How will that feel like in your body? Work on embodying that, focusing on joy and love, satisfaction, just feelings of satisfaction. Look up Abraham Hicks's Rampage of Emotions and do that kind of work. Moving yourself up the scale of energetic frequencies or of emotions and how you're feeling, paying attention to how you're feeling and consciously, intentionally trying to improve that feeling and trying to intentionally and consciously tap into the frequency of the success that you want to experience. And then things will start to flow into your life. And that's also a big part of manifesting, is the feeling of it. How do you want to feel when you have what it is that you want to have? It's easier to do that, to tap into that frequency when you've taken care of your needs, when you are feeling satisfied, when you are feeling refreshed and renewed and at peace within yourself. But know that you have all the strength within you, all the adversity that you've faced in the last little while, or for maybe even a couple decades, was for a reason. It brought you so much resiliency and strength that you can face anything. Look at how much you've already overcome in your life and how strong you are. Okay, let's get some clarifier cards just to see if I've missed anything or Spirit wants to say anything else to you. Pile number 1, Spirit, May 2022. It could also be that at the beginning of the month, you're still taking these baby steps. You might have a moment where you need to pause and reflect, focus on self-care, focus on what you're paying attention to, your perceptions and how you're observing things in your life. You might feel mid-month a little bit like, God, this is taking so long. You might feel a little exasperated. You might feel like you're not where you want to be yet. And then Spirit is saying at the end of the month, there's something, a cool new surprise or something big that's happening that they don't want to tell you about. That's kind of coming as a surprise to you. But that you have all the power and the strength that you need in order to get yourself to the end goal, in order to start manifesting. But this could also be about having faith in the unknown, having faith in yourself, believing that what it is that you want to achieve, that you're trying to manifest, is actually coming or is already there. Neville Goddard talks about like feeling as though what you want has already happened. Step into the future as if it was the now, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's get some clarity. Is there anything, you know what, I'm going to ask Spirit, anything about the Seven of Arrows or the Seven of Swords, anything you can show us about this surprise? I know you want it to be a surprise, but is there anything that, oh, how many cards is that? Okay. I find that Spirit really likes to just sort of give me like a bunch of cards at once. Okay, so Nine of Swords with sorrow. There's a lot of anxiety and fear around what is happening, around the unknown, sleepless nights, worry. And then Spirit is saying like, just let go. Again, it's just like a surprise. Look at success. This is the Queen of Swords with morality. And then Five of Wands with totality at the end here. With this, some people could look at this as conflict, but in a lot of tarot decks I've noticed, a lot of readers or creators will interpret Five of Wands as initiation. So doing a lot of work. And this is the same thing as the Stag card, sort of building up the strength. You've gone through so much that's built up your skill sets, your resilience, your strength. And Spirit wants you to know that you've already gone through the initiation of whatever it is that you needed to do, to experience, to work through in order to welcome your manifestations into your life. Morality, Queen of Swords. So what I'm seeing here is like, okay, you're really stressed out. You're so worried about the unknown, about what you can't see. And the worry is not necessary. Let go. With the Fool here, the Spirit is just saying, just let go of control. Trust us that we've got your back. The universe has your back. Your spirit guides have your back. And that success is coming. Something that you can't even see, but just trust us. And the sooner you let go and trust and have faith, the sooner you will get the success and recognition that you deserve. You've already trained for all of this. And with the Queen of Swords, it could also be some sort of, it could be very literal, like a speaking engagement or something where you're going to be recognized for your voice. If you're a writer, if you're a speaker, if you post videos on YouTube, like you could be recognized for leadership in a particular field, for your wisdom, for your words, for your ideas and theories, something like that. But yeah, you've gone through all you need to go through in order to get the skills in order to be successful in your field, in this industry, in this connection, whatever it is. So stop worrying about it. Spirit's like, stop worrying about it, because that's just going to delay the gratification, the satisfaction that you are entitled to feel right now. Focus on satisfaction. Focus on self-worth, on self-love, on empowerment. Just focus on loving yourself in the meantime while you're waiting, and embodying your true self, your inner self, while you wait, because your manifestations are coming. what it is that you want is coming. And I think towards the end of May is going to be really big. So while you're waiting for that big thing to come to fruition, keep taking the baby steps, but it's more important to be embodied. It's more important to tap into the energy of success rather than the action steps that you need to take. So embody a sense of success in your energetic field within yourself. Take those baby steps, the inspired action, whatever comes up for you, and you're almost there. You're almost there. Just don't worry about it. I know it's harder to, it's harder to do, but you got this. You got this, and that's what Spirit wants you to know. And there's a big surprise coming at the end of the month, and Spirit still is not even really giving me. It's maybe like some recognition, and again, like just sort of an opportunity to share your voice, your ideas, your knowledge, your wisdom, or recognition even for all of the work that you've been doing, all the things that you've been putting out there, if you're a speaker or a writer of some kind. But yeah, that's what Spirit has for you today. Thank you so much, Pile 1, for being here and watching this reading. If you like the reading and it resonated with you, comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. If you're interested in personal readings, there's a link in the description box in order to book one with me. And you can always reach out any other way if you feel called to. Have a wonderful week. I'm so excited to bring you this and tap into your energy. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You selected this oracle card number 29, wisdom, learning, joy, art, music. And there's some swans here, and she's playing, what instrument is that? It's in the distance. Oh, these cards are beautiful. Okay, so a lot of you could be, I'll tap into this first of all. There's so much wisdom, ancient wisdom in the essence of being a human being, not a human doing, as the saying sort of goes. And just learning new things, focusing on joy, art, music, play, not taking life so seriously. So I think May for you, there's a lot of play that's coming into your life, or Spirit really wants you to focus on joy and having more fun, learning new things, getting out into the world and enjoying the sunshine and connecting with other people and having a good time, and just not taking your life so seriously. And let's go into the tarot. I pre-selected your tarot cards, and we might go into I might pull some clarifier cards as well. So we have Temperance, 14. Black Newman, which is an extra card in this deck. There's 2 extra cards, it's one of them. The Fool. Three of Wands. 8 of Wands. Okay, for some of you, this is a very literal travel. Like traveling could be happening towards the end of the month for you. Maybe you've already booked a trip. Some of you might have already booked a trip and a destination sort of adventure, and you're just sort of waiting for it to happen. You're really excited. This is a very specific message for some of you, and you're just sort of like anticipating this trip. Maybe some of you have even checked out of the office a little bit because you've spent the last couple years holed up at home and just like desperate and wanting to get out to go on an adventure. And this is saying, like, for some of you, you've already booked that trip and you're just anticipating it and it's coming and you're excited. And that's it. That's the end of your reading. Especially with this card here, the wisdom, learning, joy, art, music. Like you're just anticipating the fun that you're about to have because it's been a while. So if that's for you, then yeah, this is a confirmation that the trip is going to go really well, and there's nothing to really worry about. Maybe you're worrying a little bit about, like, because you haven't been able to travel really, maybe you're a little worried about traveling restrictions, or just like in general about going somewhere different. The health warnings and whatever, you might be a little bit worried about it, but Spirit is saying don't worry about it, everything is going to be fine, just focus on having fun, let go. And because you know what, if you worry about it, then you're going to bring about challenges and stressful things to your trip. So Spirit is saying just stop worrying about it, take the time that you need to have a good time. I think with temperance also, for some of you, if you're a bit of a workaholic, I think Spirit is saying, don't bring your phone with you. Focus on spending time enjoying the moment. Be in the moment with your family, with yourself, whatever this trip is for you, like really be in the moment. Don't get caught up in what's going on back home if you can avoid it. Don't answer your emails. Don't answer text messages or phone calls. Really focus on being in the moment and having fun, focusing on joy and celebrating. Because the Three of Wands here, the Eight of Wands, these are like travel cards. So, and then the Fool is also could be a travel card. So this is kind of like, I think for a lot of you, this is like a trip that you planned and it's going to go really well. So don't worry about it. Like I think with the Black New Moon here, it's kind of like worry and stress and fears that end up manifesting if you focus on them. So don't focus on any bad things that might happen. Nothing's happened yet. So don't focus on the bad things or what could go wrong. Just focus on what could actually go right, the joys that you can be having. If you don't already have a trip planned, this is about May spending time having some fun, going on an adventure, taking some time to rest and relax and find some balance in your life, not stressing out over what's going on. You're just really settling into a sense of peace, inner peace and tranquility. Balance out. If you have a lot of work things going on, or if you have stressful things happening in your life, and try to find some balance between the stress and the things that you need to do with the light and love and joy part of life, with finding satisfaction in the every moment. I was watching an Esther Hicks video today, and I really liked the idea of, like, if you've come to a place where you're facing some resistance or you're facing a challenge or something that's really stressful in your life, write it down in a journal. And with that, on one side of the paper, on the other side of the paper, opposite to it, write down all of the really great things that could come out of this stressful situation, or that a change in perspective that can help shift the energies of this situation. So Esther had, or I guess Abraham had a great example. I think it was of like a dinged car. Like you found your car, someone had scratched your car. And so, okay, that's a really stressful situation. That's a bit of resistance. How can you shift your focus on that? What are some of the good things that you can focus on in that moment of stress? And there were some things like focusing on the self and your sense of empowerment in that moment. I have the means to get this fixed. How great it is that I feel empowered enough to go to a mechanic and get this taken care of, and I have the wisdom to take care of this situation without getting overly overwhelmed. And even focusing on the fact that, it's just paint and metal. It's not the end of the world. It's not, it's not something that is going to completely derail your entire life. So I don't know. My brain's having a hard time in this moment. So think of like something that's going on in your life. And this isn't really for a lot of you. Just picking up this message of like, okay, if you find that there are things, you are facing some sort of resistance, some challenges in this month, it's really important to come to a sense of balance and satisfaction. And in order to do that, self-regulation is really important. So how can you take care of your own needs in order to help you manage your emotions and your expectations and your perceptions around challenges that are going on in your life? Eating healthy, taking care of your well-being, spending time dancing and having fun, connecting with your friends, going out, listening to music, going and watching live bands at a bar, dancing a little bit, learning how to play a new instrument, getting out in nature, whatever it is that you love to do. Do more of that. The more you focus on joy in your life, the easier it will be to come back to a state of stability and balance when you go through challenging situations. I think Spirit is drawing my attention to challenges because the Black New Moon is here. And this is all about like, sort of like manifesting really bad things happening because you're worrying too much or focusing too much on the negative instead of on the positives, instead of like trying to get yourself into a state of feeling a sense of well-being and satisfaction, and it doesn't even have to be joy. It can just be hopefulness or feeling okay if you've been feeling really down. Instead of dwelling on the negative and what's going wrong, really focus on what is going right. And in order to be able to do that, you have to take care of yourself. You need to consistently know the right way to regulate your mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, spirit. And everybody's different. It depends on what's happened to you in the past. So self-regulation is a very different process for everybody. But things, typical everyday things that you can do is making sure that you're moving your body, getting some exercise, getting some sunlight in the morning, the natural sunlight touching your eyes, spending time in nature, going on nature walks, listening to music in the morning on your drive to work or while you're getting ready, taking an extra long shower because it feels good, taking a bath because you enjoy it and it feels good, putting some bubbles in the bath because you really enjoy that, eating really healthy because you know that it nourishes your cells and that shifts your energetic state to a better state of feeling good, getting your hair done, reading a good book, like whatever it is for you, getting a massage, self-massage, focusing on your extremities when you're feeling a little bit anxious. Like if you're feeling anxious within the core of your body, then bringing your attention to areas of your body that don't feel tense, that feel better. Oh God, there's so many different things that you can do to regulate yourself. And really starting to believe that you are worthy of feeling good. And I think that for May, whether you're going on a trip or not, May for you is all about self-regulation, balance, letting go of negative perceptions and internal beliefs that limit your ability to enjoy life. Letting go, trusting, not only trusting the universe, but also trusting yourself to overcome any setbacks, trusting that you will always know what to do and that everything always works out for you and that you are truly blessed. But again, if you feel like you're regularly overwhelmed and feeling short-tempered, short-circuited and stressed and anxious and tired and frustrated, learning how to regulate yourself and focusing on your well-being every single day and focusing on joy and spending more time in love with life, inducing a state of joy, even if it has to be on purpose, if you're not there yet on a regular basis, if you have to. Now, Esther Hickson says you can't really fake it till you make it in order to manifest things, in order to reach that state of bliss or well-being or satisfaction. You can't necessarily fake it until you make it, but you can induce a state of joy and love and peace and fun by doing things that you know love. You know that will lift your mood up a little bit if you can recognize and be aware that, okay, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And you don't necessarily have to analyze why you feel kind of shitty today. Like, okay, this morning, I woke up and I was like really in a bad mood. And I mean, I did so many things to shift my mind out of it. It took a while. It took probably about half the day for me to shift my energetic state. But instead of dwelling, which is something that I might have done in the past, instead of dwelling on the negativity and on why, like, why am I feeling like this? Oh, it's because of this and because of that, and that triggered me and blah, 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 blah. You can get stuck in the healing part. You can get stuck in the why, but that's not going to help you shift your energetic state. That's not going to help you shift your mood. That's not going to help you feel good in this moment that feels bad. You need to sort of let go and focus on the joy, focus on fun, be a little bit like a child, focus on play without worrying about, okay, what is going to happen next? Just focus on this present moment right here. The Three of Wands can also be about, okay, focusing on the present moment and just expect that good things are going to happen. Expect everything to go really well. Focus on just what you can control. And the Eight of Wands at the end of here for the month of May, it's like everything is going to go really well. Lots of communication, everything, whatever it is that you wanted, that you were hoping for is going to speed up. This could be a card of success, of achievement, a lot of energy, communication, fun with friends. That could be it too. Towards the end of the month, but don't dwell on the bad things, the negative things. Stop yourself. When you find yourself getting into that space of dwelling on things that you can't control, snap your fingers or bang, tap the table and say, and use a word that can help you shift your state of mind. Nope. Change in that moment. Focus on being different. Catch yourself when you find yourself dwelling on the negative and shift your state of mind into something more positive. Start focusing on the good things, and then your mood will start to lift little bit by little bit at a time. So that could be for others of you who are not traveling but are in need of a trip or in need of a vacation because you've been, feeling kind of stuck in the grind, especially stuck without the ability to do things the last couple of years. So yeah, that's it. Everything's gonna go really well though, but it's just focusing on this present moment and shifting your state of consciousness, but making sure that you're self-regulating on a regular basis every single day, doing things that will shift your vibration, shift your mood, your mental state. You have the power to focus on what you want to focus on, to feel how you want to feel, and that takes some practice. But before you can actually consciously and intentionally shift your state of emotions, your state of being, you have to practice and regulate on a regular basis so that you can help your nervous system along, so when triggers happen, you don't get flooded with emotions that you can't control or that take you out of stability, a sense of stability. Okay. Being more present, I think, is your focus for May. Anything else, Spirit, that Pile 2 needs to know about May 2022? Clarifiers, even? Laziness, number 9, 9 of Cups in this deck. Yeah, satisfaction. It's just like, this is the same thing sort of as temperance. It's just feeling okay with things being maybe working at a slower pace, focusing on what brings you joy, and enjoying those moments of laziness, of nothingness, of satisfaction, and it's hard. It can be really hard to like plan a day of doing nothing and restoring your energy. There's this negative connotation around laziness, but it's just like, just enjoying the, just being, like I said at the beginning of this, just being a human being instead of a human doing is your focus and your need, that you need to do this in May. Anything else, Spirit? Ace of Swords, consciousness. Oh, 2 aces. Wow. Ace of Wands with Source. Oh, look at this. 9, 10 of Cups here. Harmony. And then we have the King of Pentacles with Abundance. Oh, yeah. Whatever it is, this is a very successful time for you. This is a very successful time for you. We have the 8 of Wands here, and then the King of Abundance or the King of Pentacles to clarify it, right, or coming right under it. And then Harmony and the 2 aces is like a new beginning, a new way of being for a lot of you. I feel like maybe a lot of you have been working on, intentionally on, ignoring the 3D world, on focusing on who you actually want to be in this world, how you want to express yourself, how you want to feel, and focusing on a lot of joy. And then this is the culmination of all of that work that you've been doing. If some of you watch Abraham Hicks and you've been intentionally trying to, or Dr. Joe Dispenza or Neville Goddard or whatever, if you've been intentionally trying to manifest, intentionally trying to shift your energetic state, intentionally trying to reach a state of constant satisfaction in your daily life, consistently being in the present moment, this is confirmation that all that hard work that you've been doing consistently for a while now is working, and to enjoy it, to enjoy the feeling of being satisfied, enjoy the feeling of harmony in your mind, body, and soul, and in your as you look around in your life, enjoy the laziness, enjoy taking some time off for yourself, enjoy spending time with your friends and loved ones, and enjoy joy, enjoy the peace, enjoy the fun of life. You don't have to be so serious all the time. So this is just like a new way of being for you. And May is like, it's like stepping into a whole new state of being. And maybe you've been working on it and feeling a little worried about it, about how you're going to be able to maintain this state of being. But Spirit is like, don't worry, just really focus on being present and enjoying this time. And enjoy this new state of being, and consistently, if you notice yourself falling off the wagon, get back on the wagon right away. But this is like confirmation that all the work that you've been putting into that change, shifting your state of being is working. And at the end of May, you're going to see a lot of success, a lot of communication, recognition pouring in for you. But the beginning of the month, mid-month, it's all about staying on the wagon of peace and feeling fulfilled, feeling harmonious and balanced. And that might take a little bit of effort, but to keep it up, because at the end of the month, you are going to see a lot of the blessings pouring into your life that you've been working on manifesting. That's all I have for you. Pile number 2. Thank you for being here. And if you like this video, if it resonated for you, give it a thumbs up, comment below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe so you don't miss any videos that I upload. If you're interested in a private personal reading, I do offer those. The link to book yourself into my schedule is in the description box below. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose number 33, Building Your World, Creation, Expansion, and Networking. Wow. And then let me just tell you, okay, so 33 is the number of expansion, or 333, number 3 is the number of expansion and support from your spirit guides. So this is kind of like another master builder number. You are building a whole new life for yourself. And if you've been working really hard, this is your confirmation that things are coming to fruition, and that your spirit guides are with you at this time. It could feel like there's a lot of change, a lot of shifts going on in your world. You have so many major arcana cards here, and I promise you, I shuffled this deck. Like, I've been using this deck, and I shuffled the deck, and the amount of major arcana cards is pretty uncanny. Like, so we have the Chariot, number 7. Give you this. It's hard to see. These cards are so beautiful, but there's so much detail. I have to. Number 9, the Hermit. (16) the Tower. (20) Judgment. Number 10, the Wheel. Nine of Wands. That is the 9 of Wands. Wow. Okay. So you are going through a huge transformation. An inner transformation. I mean, it could be an outer transformation, but this is really like an internal transformation. This is breaking through your self-imposed limitations with the 9 of Wands here. Breaking free, maybe a breakthrough, so to speak. A breakthrough, breaking free. And look at the horse. You have 2 horses. There, she's on a merry-go-round horse. Here at the beginning of the reading, the Chariot, and then a horse at the very end who's like, looks like he's, or she, or they are literally seeing the obstacles and breaking through, tearing down fences. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. Tearing down fences with the, see, the wands are like the thing of a fence kind of thing that used to be keeping you stuck and they used to be keeping you stuck and controlled by unforeseen circumstances. You are now taking your power back. In this, May is all about you taking your power back, and you are building your world and expanding. It could be expanding your horizons, I'm hearing, your vision for yourself. It's almost like I'm seeing a lot of you are having this aha moment. This is what I've always wanted to do. This is what all of those challenging experiences were for. This is why I went through all of those breakdowns so that I could break through, so that I could see myself as who I truly am with the Judgment card here. In order to see yourself for who you truly are, you had to go through this tower moment. You had to go within and spend a lot of time in isolation, reflecting on yourself, healing yourself even, and even hiding away from the world that was triggering you, the world that was trying to control you. The chariot could represent that as well. If you were the horse and other people were trying to control the directions that you were going in, you're like, frig you, I'm going to take my power back, or I'm just going to cut you off because I don't want your energy in my life. And I think that a lot of you have been doing that. You've been this hermit. You've been spending time alone. You've been consciously choosing the energies, the people that were in and around your space. God, this is a big reading. This kind of a reading needs more specific details. Now, it's a general reading, so I can't get too into specifics. If you were drawn to this pile, this could be a very, very wide ranging group. A lot of different energies are coming up here because there's so many. I think that what we've all been through in the last few years, a lot of people are going through this. It's like, okay, I really needed to figure out, like, my world fell apart kind of thing. My world fell apart, and now, damn, I need to, and people were trying, now I see that people were trying to control me, or I didn't have control over my own perceptions or my own life, and I completely lost control, and I lost my sense of direction. And because of that, you went within and you did a lot of healing work and self-awareness work and self-regulation work, and you just started to really think about, okay, like, who am I? What do I want? What do I want to feel? How do I want to experience? What kind of relationships do I want to have? What do I believe in? Where do those beliefs come from? You could have been doing reparenting work or soulful healing work or soul, what's it called? Oh my God, the word just escaped me. I'm like hearing reintegration, but like soul reintegration work, calling back your soul work, shamanic work kind of stuff. You could have been just hiding away from the world, licking your wounds. I'm seeing like a dog licking their wounds and just like taking the time out that you needed. Maybe, I think that a lot of you might have either lost your job or were laid off, or something happened around your work. Or even around relationships. This could be relationships as well, where something was lost and you had to go within and recalibrate your senses and figure out, okay, I thought that my world was stable, but it's not. And then you have like the tower here, which could have been before, or this is explaining kind of like why you had to go within, because your world fell apart. I feel like I just did maybe it was the career reading I just did. This was very similar to one of those piles. But your world fell apart and you had to go within to lick your wounds and recalibrate to your inner being, to really figure out, who am I? What am I doing? And like, what do I want? With the judgment here. So it's like, this stuff happened. You lost control. You had to go within, figure out who you are, and align with your inner well-being, and to be like, this is who I am. This is what I want. And now you're ready to emerge into a brand new state of being, and to be your whole new self. And you're building your new world. You're ready to build this world. So for a lot of you, you haven't actually maybe started taking the steps to build your new world. You just have this new clear vision, this new idea of what it is that you want, and willingness to go after it. And this I see for a lot of you, you're kind of in this phase, in the judgment of like knowing yourself, trusting yourself, feeling worthy of the things that you have now identified that you want in this world, and you're ready, willing, and able to build a whole new life for yourself. Now you have the energy. It's spring renewal. You have the energy now to go out into the world to like, or spring in the northern hemisphere anyways. You have this energy now to go out and build your new life. You have the vision. You have the, it's like you found your compass, if that makes sense. And then the wheel, and yeah, this is This is just telling me you are ready to break free from the limitations that you were experiencing before. You are, and May is a big turning point for you. It's a huge turning point. So if you've been feeling really stuck and isolated and kind of feeling really down and questioning, really questioning your sense of direction, your sense of self-worth, all of your connections, your education. Like there's so many things as this could be. Just questioning all the things that you've done in the past, questioning where, all of your experiences, the jobs that you've had. Maybe you're completely changing your mind on the career that you want. Maybe you're completely changing your mind on the relationship that you want. Maybe you're completely changing your mind on the business that you were building. Whatever it is, you're just like, you've been questioning for a while, you lost control, and now you're ready to take your power back. Like now is when you start to put those building blocks into place again. And I know it feels kind of daunting. It feels like a really big task, but I think that for a lot of you this month, you're going to be getting more clarity and energy around that, and about whatever it is that you're recreating, the life that you're recreating for yourself, or creating anew. And things are really going to start to shift for the good, I see, in this next, from now on. Like from this moment forward, you're taking yourself on a whole new journey and a new direction, and it feels really good. It feels way more aligned to your inner self, to your inner being. And that's powerful. You needed to take that time to recalibrate, to reconnect with your sense of self, with your direction, your purpose. And that's what those tower moments do for us. Our tower moments help us to realign and align and realign and align with our inner being, with our true self, with our calling, with our purpose, whatever you want to call it in this life, with our soul's mission, with who we truly are, with what we actually want. Because we can get so caught up in what other people want, we forget. And then we're like on this treadmill going, running, but actually not getting anywhere. And we're not getting anywhere because it's not actually the direction that's meant for us. And so these tower moments help us to, they're like divine reinterventions or opportunities to develop more strength and resiliency. Yeah, so we have the Creator, which is the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Knight or Page of Wands with playfulness and just joy and feeling more ecstatic about life. This is like life force energy. You are now tapping into your life force energy after having a lot of time of maybe feeling kind of depressed, feeling down, feeling isolated, feeling like you had no control, but now you're taking back your control. It's reigniting your flame and your passion for life and exuberance and all those good feelings. And now you're ready to start on this whole new journey. And this is also new beginnings as well, new opportunities for fun and expansion. And we have expansion there, number 33, with the Oracle card that you chose in the building a whole new world. And that's what these kind of cards represent. This is building a whole new world for you, and a whole new sense of direction, purpose. New opportunities will that are more aligned to you will start to come into your life. With the wheel here, that's pretty cool. Wow, what a big moment in time for you. Pile number 3. Huge. Any other guidance for pile number 3, Spirit? You also selected the honey calcite. And it's a stone. I love it. It just makes me feel. It makes me think of something like, good. That feels good, Like sunshine. I mean, who doesn't love honey? But like honey, sunshine, warmth, the sun. I know some people cringe with this word, but moist, I'm hearing. Moist, but in a good way. Like something really warm and cozy and that surrounds you with like love. Like the feeling that you get when you tap into source and you feel the expansion within your being. If you've never experienced it before, I highly recommend you do some of those types of meditations to tap into your heart center. Heart coherence type meditations, Dr. Joe Dispenza's I love, but just really getting into a state of satisfaction. And when you tap into source and you tap into spirit, I heard on one of Abraham Hicks's video, it felt like sticking your toe in a light socket, like just feeling kind of electrified when you're turned. What do they say? When you're tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. That's what they say. It feels electrifying, but it feels so good, like tantric, like a tantric orgasm, you know, like just, but that lasts for however long you want to be connected for. Like you could have an orgasm type feeling, a whole body experience that feels like it lasts for hours. I've done it. Like I can tap into it fairly easily now, but when I first experienced it, oh my God, I was like blown away. Like, I don't know if it feels like you're high on life, like you're high, but you're not, like it's your own neurochemicals that are floating around your body, but it feels so good to be like connected in that way. And that's what I see for you in the month of May. That's pretty neat. Okay, some cards fell on the floor. Let's get them. Sorry. What do we have here? Okay, so yeah, turning in, you've done that. Source energy, oh my God, like you just tapped in. The Lovers, passion, following your passions, being connected to source, connected to yourself, to your well-being, having the courage to go after your dreams, your goals, your passions. This, in this way, is mostly about, oh, sorry, did I say creator? Oh, that's like the King of Wands. I didn't say that. The King of Wands and the Page of Wands, and then source energy. This is you. You're becoming this. I was a little confused with the Lovers. It could be for very few of you, I don't think so, but for a few of you, this could be meeting a soulmate who brings this out of you, who kind of brings you out of your shell. This could be for some of you, with the Lovers card showing up here. But I think that for most of you, this is about yourself, really tapping into your solar plexus, really feeling powerful again, feeling in control of your life, being that visionary, being that creator, being the creator of your own life. That's what I'm seeing for you. And then creating opportunities out of thin air because you're so tapped in. And that is manifesting, whether you want to call it manifesting or not, but because you're radiating with such divine light, like exuberance and joy and satisfaction and love and inspiration, you just naturally attract new opportunities into your life and new lovers even. It could be lovers. I mean, you could be attracting more people, but I think that this is a new zest for life, a new passion for something new and fun in a direction that you want to take your life in, and having the courage to go after them and without letting your fears stand in your way. So that's pretty neat. Pile number 3. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But if you like this reading, I think that's pretty powerful in itself, just breaking through the self-imposed limitations that have been there for a long time. Finally, like I think you're just like, oh, what a relief. I can hear a lot of you just like, oh, finally. Anyway, pile number 3, this is your reading. Thank you for being here. If it resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Comment below with how it resonated. If you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so you don't miss any readings that I upload. And if you're interested in a personal reading, the link to book that is in the description box below. Thank you again for being here, and I look forward to reading for you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. So you picked the number 20, Innovation, New Creations. Look at this. Can you see? I think those are hawks in the corners here. The energy, but then also these hawks, which is like vision, clarity, seeing the big picture and then being able to hone in on the specifics that will get you to where you want to go. Very idealistic in nature. So let's see what's going on with these cards here. I pre-selected your tarot cards and I might pull some clarifiers. We'll see how the reading goes. But so we have, I'll pull these and I'll show you. So we have the 6 of Cups, the Fool. Okay, so this is May 2022 predictions. Queen of Cups. Number 20, Judgment. And then the 4 of Pentacles. Just give me a second. When I was shuffling for this deck, it was very stubborn. It was very stubborn, and it was resistant to give me any cards at all, although I was only going to do 3 piles, and then Spirit was saying 4, which I don't do a lot of. I do mostly 3 piles, but Spirit was like adamant about me doing 4 piles, and then was really resistant to give me the cards for pile number 4. So I'm hearing the word shy. I'm going to focus more on my channeling for this because I feel like some of you are really shy. And you know what? Okay, this is this is a very specific message for only a few of you. And then I'll get into a more general thing. But some of you are for the 6 of Cups here, some of you are wanting to either manifest or reach out or connect with somebody from your past, a childhood friend, an ex-lover maybe. And you're feeling very shy about it. You're feeling a little bit apprehensive, like you've been thinking about it with this innovation, with this new creation. But to see the hawks here and like to know that it's this, to have this vision. I feel like a lot of you have been having these dreams or this vision of how you want this conversation to go, but you're really afraid of doing it. You're really afraid of reaching out to this person. And you don't know what to expect. And you're somebody who really likes to have, with the 4 of Pentacles here, you're somebody who really likes to be in control of what's happening in their lives, in control of your environment, in control of conversations. And you don't like the feeling of not being in control. And so you've been resisting to reach out to this person, but they've been on your mind and you're like, I really want to, but I don't know how they feel. I don't know what they expect or what they're going to say. And I don't want to be, I don't want to be uncomfortable. It's like you don't want to deal with the emotions or the unexpectedness of what this person is going to say. And so there's a lot of fear around that. And that's for a very select few of you. And what Spirit is saying here is like don't be afraid, just let go. Whatever happens, happens, and we will catch you. But also, just let go. And I think what Spirit is also saying is you will be, with the Fool and with the Queen of Cups here, is that you will be pleasantly surprised with how this person receives your communication, your message. They will be a lot more receptive with the Queen of Cups here to what it is that you have to say, what it is that you want to communicate, more than you think. You think that things might be not so good and it's not going to go well, but I think that Spirit is saying they are going to be a lot more receptive to you than you think that they will. And that for a lot of you, with the Judgment card here, this is kind of a loaded question, I guess. But for a lot of you, this connection, this person that you've been thinking about, that you've been dreaming about, this is crazy. It's a very specific message. But with the person that you've been dreaming about, this is almost as part of your dreams. You've been dreaming about this person. They are a part of your soul family, your spirit family. They recognize your soul. And so this connection is destined. You're destined to be in this person's life, or you have karmic, this could even be karmic balancing. You have some unfinished business with this person, and by reaching out and connecting, you might come to some sort of you might be able to resolve the karmic energies between you so that you stop having lives together. Or this, now it can play out differently for different people, but for the majority of you, if not all of you, you will be pleasantly surprised by how receptive this person is to the communication or to what it is that you have to say. And this person recognizes your soul. You are a part of each other. You've had a lot of lives together. You really understand each other. You see each other. And you're both, I think even with the 2 hawks here, I see you both have been dreaming about each other. You've both been thinking about each other. You've both been on each other's minds. And more than you even more than you know. And when you connect with each other, when you connect with each other, you will see. It'll be very clear. You'll both be like, oh my God, I was dreaming about you. Oh my God, I was dreaming about you too. Oh my God, I've been thinking about you a lot. Oh my God, I was thinking about you a lot too. And it's going to be that kind of kismet, synchronicity type of communication. I feel that for some of you, if you're still really resistant to reaching out and connecting with this person, the universe is still going to find a way to bring you two together if you're destined to be together. So not to worry too much about it. If you're into specific person manifesting, you could do some of the work around specific person manifesting. And I think it's just about releasing resistance, sending out that energetic calling to their soul and saying, I want to connect with you. I really love you, and I released all resistance to us getting in touch again. And then just let it go. Let it go, and then let the universe take control of the rest. But for a lot of you, you're just very shy. You're very hesitant to have this conversation that you've been wanting to have for a really long time that needs to happen. But you've been really worried about what the other person has to say, because maybe you feel kind of guilty for things that happened in the past. Maybe you feel responsible for the way you acted and how that impacted this person's life. And so you have some an amends to make, and you're worried about how that person's going to react when they connect with you, and you don't want to cause them any more harm than you've already caused them. And And so, you're worried about how they're going to react when you connect with them. But the spirit is saying that don't worry about it, that they're going to be more receptive. I already said that, but they're going to be more receptive than what you think. But I'm curious about number 22 and 2. 20 equals 2. That's, divine counterpart energy. That's connections, relationships. It could be even co-creating with spirit, and there's innovation, new creations here. If this is somebody who is a divine counterpart, then there could be a purpose for, or like a twin flame situation, there could be a purpose for you guys coming together at one point in your life and then separating in order to go through other types of experiences to gain perspective and knowledge and awareness and experiences around different things so that you can come together in order to build anew, in order to build something together. This could be somebody who you might build a business together that could really serve humanity. It could be that you're meant to come back together in order to do something really great and to serve humanity, in order to heal and help other people heal. There's so many different things, and again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But I'm seeing just this fear and holding back out of fear of not being received. Fear of what somebody else will say. And you might not, if you're a tarot reader and you're looking at the cards, you might not necessarily see that here, but that's the energy that I'm picking up. And that's sort of when I was shuffling the deck, even though Spirit was like, no, do 4 piles, but then Spirit was like not giving me the cards. I was like, what's going on here? There's a lot of resistance to stepping into the unknown. And if this is not specifically for you, that previous message, then it could be just a fear of stepping into the unknown, stepping and being receptive to what Spirit has for you, and wanting to manifest or create a new life or a business or a new opportunity or whatever, but feeling really resistant to the unknown, worrying about it. So what Spirit is saying, that by holding on and trying to control your manifestations, trying to control the universe, to let go of control. So they have the 4 of Pentacles, which is all about sort of like holding on too tightly, trying to control, micromanaging the situation or the universe or your manifestations. We have here like just focusing on joy and being in the present moment and having more fun and feeling really connected with yourself and with the people, the children in your life. Could be very specifically children. Embracing a childlike wonder, letting go, letting the universe catch you, it could be like naivety, just letting go and seeing what happens. Let the chips fall where they fall, and then going about your day and your life from there. And the Queen of Cups is really about receptivity, balancing emotions, honoring your emotions, being completely in control of your emotions, being open-hearted, creative, intuitive, like a very creative, open-hearted, intuitive person. Judgment could be, judgment is about soul recognition, recognizing yourself, expressing yourself, being yourself, heeding the call of your soul. So what is your soul calling you to do? If you're having like constant dreams about somebody or something, write it down in your dream journal. What is it saying? What are the familiar messages? What is the pull? You are being pulled to something very, 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 very strongly. It's so strong, you can't ignore it anymore. Stop trying to control it, because it's not going to go away, because this is a soul calling. Let go and see what happens, because this is a big part of your destiny, whatever this is. It could be something from your past. It could be circling back to an experience or an idea or something from your past, something that you let go of. Maybe it was like this dream of being a lawyer, a dream of being, doing some sort of business or going into a certain career, or whatever it is, a dream from your childhood that you let go of because you thought that, it wasn't right for you, or you weren't good enough, or all those limiting beliefs prevented you from engaging with this idea, with this dream, with this person, whatever it is. And you've lived all these experiences in your life, and you still come back to this dream. You're still having this dream, this desire is still coming to you. And if you have this desire, it is meant for you. And so right now, the universe is saying, okay, this dream is meant for you. This desire that you've been having, it is meant for you. So stop trying to control it. Stop trying to push it away. Let go, let go of control. Let the universe catch you. Free yourself from the burdens that you've imposed on yourself from other people's expectations, what I'm hearing. The soul knows what it wants. Your inner being knows what it wants. And, I'm hearing fluidity. Like, just really feel into those feelings that you have. Feel what it feels like to have what it is that you want. Know that you are worthy of it. All right, sorry, I had to fix that. Know that you are worthy of having this thing, this desire, this dream that you want. Feel into that confidence, self-worth, self-love, self-esteem. Believe in the visions and the dreams, in your intuition, believe in your intuition, tap into your intuition, and answer the calling of your soul is what that card is saying. And let go of control, because a brand new life is destined to be born. Better than you can even imagine. And the outcome of following this dream is better than you can even imagine, because it's a part of your soul's mission. You're meant to live this. Oh my God, okay. So that just flew out of the deck. The Two of Cups, friendliness. And this is a divine counterpart. So this is a confirmation that if you're dreaming about somebody, this is your divine counterpart, and you need to connect with them. You need to reach out and connect with them and say what you need to say. They're going to be so much more receptive than you think. If it's not, and if you're just adamant that this is like no way, so this is May 2022. So reach out to that person, or the universe is going to find a way to bring this divine counterpart back into your life. I think it's somebody from your past, honestly, if I'm going to be honest, and let go of controlling it. Don't be afraid of how things are going to work out. Focus on the way you want it to work out, and it will work out. Believe in it. If you have this desire and it's been in you for a long time and you just can't resist it, and it's like you can't ignore it anymore, then that's your soul calling you to go and reach for it, to go after it, to reach out to that person. This is very specifically, again, like just for some of you, a specific person, your divine counterpart, communication with them. Spirit, can you give me more information about this? Because it's such a strong message here. Pile number 4. Tell us about this person. The Knight of Wands. Wow, intensity, passion, fire. Now I don't do a lot of relationship readings, but like this is a very passionate connection. There's so much passion, there's so much fire, a lot of sexual energy, like but coming from a place of love. And recognition, like a karmic relationship, a twin flame, like just a lot of passion. Like I'm seeing a very hot and heavy connection here in May. Just like your souls recognize each other, and like you just can't separate yourselves. Your root system, like the trees, the entanglement in these trees, the root systems are all like entangled, connected, born to be together. Yeah, like a divine counterpart. Okay, anything else about this connection? With the Knight, sometimes the Knight can say like this person's not necessarily all that serious about you. Maybe they're not necessarily ready for a commitment, or they're not sure about if you're ready for a commitment, or how you're going to feel about a commitment with them because of what happened in the past. Like it could be some of those feelings floating around. Something fell on the floor. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Moon card, past lives. You've had many past lives together. This is a divine counterpart. You have a purpose, a mission together on this planet, this 3D reality in this life, and you recognize each other's souls. Yeah, and you chose the Moonstone, which is about intuition. So you intuitively feel this pull towards this person. And you might be surprised, they feel a pull towards you. And they're probably also in this very resistant, shy, not wanting to connect, not knowing how you're going to feel, what you're going through, not wanting to disrupt your life kind of thing. Like maybe maybe one or two of you have been in other relationships or have had kids maybe even, and are in other like are married or whatever, and they're like afraid to reach out because they don't want to disrupt your life, or they're unsure about where you're at in your life. But I'm going to give you some, okay, so even if this is, let's say the person is married or has a child or whatever, even if the outcome that comes out of this, of you contacting them, is just balancing karmic energies, apologizing for what happened in the past, recognizing that yes, you really meant something to me, that can make a huge difference in that person's life and in your life. Settling the energies, the karmic energies between you, so that you can let go finally, instead of worrying about, oh yeah, see, Three of Swords just came out onto the table, isolation. But the Three of Cards is also about betrayal. Maybe in the past, one of you betrayed the other, and maybe it was you, and you feel really apprehensive about reaching out because of what happened and because of what you did in that situation. And I think that for a lot of you, it could be about making amends. And that will really help you to clear some of the energy and just feel better and feel more open to other experiences and other relationships moving forward. But you don't know until you reach out. I think that Spirit is really saying that your dreams, your desires, wanting to connect with this person, thinking about them all the time, even especially if it's been a long time, like more than a year, more than a couple of years, if this is like all of a sudden they're like on your mind constantly, then this is a clear sign that, and you've been dreaming about them, and like really hot and heavy, intense dreams about them, it could be a sign that they're thinking about you too, and that it's time for you guys to sort of reconnect, either to come back together into this life or to heal karmic energies between you in order to kind of cut the cords and move forward. Either way, it's something that is meant to happen in this life after a period of time where you had to go through other things, other experiences to come back into yourself, heal yourself, feel worthy even. It could be that you need to feel worthy of relationships or of love and connection, this type of intimacy. Divine counterpart intimacy is not, it's a beautiful feeling, but it's not something that a lot of humans experience in this world. It feels almost fantastical. It's like, oh, that's not actually possible, but it is. Oh my God. At the bottom of the deck, we just had possibilities. As I look down. Yeah. Anyway, so that's your reading pile number 4. Don't be shy. Reach out or go back. If it is about a dream from the past, that dream is something that you're meant to experience in this life. It's your soul calling you back to that dream for a reason, because it is something that you are meant to do in this life, and you got distracted with what with the expectations of what the world, the 3D world, your family, society had for you. But what it is that you always dreamt about and really are still desiring, that is something that is meant for you, and Spirit is saying go after it. And even this isolation card here, 3 of Swords, could be like you felt let down, you felt like betrayed by your family or by society, and they kind of like they might have told you that, oh, you can't do this, or you can't be with that person, or you wouldn't be good at that career, or that's not how our family does things, or whatever, you know what I mean, or that's not a reputable career or business or to go into, and so you didn't do it. You chose something else, but you're not happy, and you weren't happy for a really long time, and now you're like, your soul's circling back to saying, remember when we felt like this and we wanted to do this? Yeah, let's circle back to that and see what's possible there. So that's going to be sorry, I'm all flustered. That's a huge realization that's coming to you in May 2022. Is, even if it's just realizing what's possible and starting to move in the direction of reconnecting with those dreams and that desire from your past, or that very specific person, your divine counterpart that maybe you've already met but feel shy and afraid of reaching out to because of what happened in the past. But I think Spirit is saying you are going to be pleasantly surprised by how receptive that person is to your phone call or your text message or whatever. So that's the reading I have for you, pile number 4. Wow, so interesting. That was definitely very different than the rest of the piles. But have a wonderful rest of your day whenever you're watching this, or evening. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, tell me how it resonated for you. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so you never miss any of the videos I upload. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, I do still offer them. The link to book yourself into my schedule is in the description box below. So thank you for sharing your energy with me. I look forward to reading for you next time. Bye.